Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we're going to be tackling the question of can Marines in Halo 3 destroy the AA cannon without your help? So, in a previous video, we did determine that Marines can destroy the core of a Scarab by themselves, although they need a lot of help with you flying them onto the Scarab and then pushing them to the core, and then having a lot of patience waiting for them to finally destroy it, because they barely do any damage at all. But eventually they can destroy the core of the Scarab by themselves without any shooting from you. But what about the AA cannons on the mission The Storm? Well, to put that to the test, we saved as many Marines and dock workers, since they're pretty much the same as Marines in this game. We saved as many as we could and brought them all to the last part of this mission to see if they will shoot at the AA cannon, and if they do, whether they'll destroy it or not. So we cleared out all the enemies, and eventually they all seem to be scripted to actually climb up onto this rock over here, or at least around it within the vicinity. And just from that position, all of them will just stand there and just start targeting the core of the AA cannon, which I guess they were intended to be to shoot at it. And we actually gave them a little bit of help by giving them rockets, fuel rods, and other power weapons, snipers. We just gave them as many good weapons as we could, better than the magnums for the dock workers, just to see, because like you saw with the Scarab, they, even with a bunch of Marines shooting at it with assault rifles and battle rifles, they do so little damage to it, especially on easy difficulty. So the rockets and fuel rods are hopefully going to help them out here, and hopefully have them do more damage to the core so that they can destroy it. It'll go a little bit faster. So from this point on, we just they have pretty much all the weapons we could find for them that are better than the Magnum, and well, they will keep shooting at the core constantly, and as you can see, they are accurately hitting the core. They are actually getting direct hits on it with all the weapons. Sometimes they miss if the core closes, but once it's open, they are getting impacts with the fuel rod and rocket launchers on the core. However, as you can see, it's sped up right now, but we did let them keep shooting at it for a while, just in case they were doing very little damage to it. But as it turns out, it seems when Marines, dog workers, or pretty much when any AI shoots at the core, they just don't do any damage to it. It seems like they are incapable of doing damage. No matter how many rockets, no matter how many fuel rods or sniper shots or bullets or any weapon that impacts the core from them, it does absolutely no damage to the core at all. Now, just in case that they were doing such little amounts of damage that you can't notice it, I helped them out a little bit at this point and used the plasma pistol to slightly damage the core, so that it's closer to getting destroyed, and maybe they'll do enough damage to finish it off. But as it turns out, they still don't do any damage to the core even when it's damaged. What's even more interesting is that at this point, once I've damaged the core enough to where it gets red in color, like right now, the Marines and dock workers, they actually stop shooting once it changes that color. And they'll just stop shooting and turn around and face the distance, all of them. And yeah, that's it. They just no longer target the core anymore. And I'm not exactly sure why that's the case. So it seems even if they could damage the core, they would certainly stop once it turns red. So you would have to finish the core off anyways, because they just stop shooting here, unless enough shot at the same time that it breaks the core completely. But for whatever reason, the core is completely immune to attacks from AIs anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it seems like they only target it in the first place while it's not red, and when it is red, that's when they stop targeting it. It's possible the core had different layers, and Marines or Marine AIs and dock workers, they can only target it, target certain layers of it. I'm not exactly sure if that's the case, but that could be a possibility. But yeah, so there you guys have it. Unlike with Scarabs, Marines, and by extension dock workers, cannot destroy the AA cannon on the Storm without your help. Well, they can't even damage it without your help. So yeah, there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys found this video to be interesting. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. Leave thoughts in the comments. Let me know if there's anything else you want to check out or look into. And other than that, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.